The Helix is touted as a complete processing solution for instruments other than electric guitar. I've always found tweaking for acoustic guitar challenging. Many people offer acoustic IRs as a solution to finding the ideal acoustic tone on the Helix or use off-board gear before the Helix, but those are additional expenses. In this video, I'm going to share how I'm creating the best acoustic tone possible with the Helix without spending on IRs or off-board gear coming up. Hello and welcome to the video. If this is our first time meeting, my name is Justin and I'm all about worship guitar, helping you sound and play your best with Jesus. If you want to support these videos and my ministry, please consider liking, subscribing, and hitting that bell notification button. If you've met before, welcome back. Acoustic guitar is a big part of my worship ministry. As I'm the only guitarist of my team, I usually record electric guitar tracks and lead from the acoustic so that I can control the dynamics and worship moments away from the click track. I also record several acoustic guitar layers when tracking songs so that the rhythm section comes alive. Am I the only worship leader who uses Helix on acoustic guitar? Comment below, I want to know what my fellow WLs are using. My biggest issue with using the Helix to process my acoustic tones is that the low end feels lifeless and there's little body to the core acoustic tone. Some patches try to compensate for this by having several layers of EQ and compression, but to me that feels heavy-handed and tends to sound over-processed. I recently watched a Tim Pierce video where he and producer Rob Cavallo of Goo Goo Dolls and Green Day fame talked about the recording process for Iris, the song that changed my life. That's a story for another day. The acoustic guitar tone for Iris and the Goo Goo Dolls in general is the benchmark of tone for me. So to hear how Rob Cavallo created the sound intrigued me and got me tinkering on the Helix. Let's hear some snippets from the video as to what he did.
Here's the three tricks. This is a Fender thin.
Yeah.
And just doing this, you automatically hear. I'm not trying to hit it harder. It just breathes. It makes the strings breathe. And I also decided to not only have mics on the acoustic, but also to run it through an amplifier. I'm gonna suck mids out of this thing and add. I'm going to basically just hit the brightness switch on this guy and turn the mids down. And then we added a little bass. And now, so
you can really hear the chord, the full, every note in the chord, you can really hear it well.
Right.
Yeah.
Now the guitar is speaking and it creates this environment that it actually creates a curve that lets you in and it's breathing. Now the third trick, and this is actually in a way to me, it's the most interesting and least obvious. It comes from classical music, from this thing, the bridge. There's a thing that they call ponticello. If you strike a string here or bow a string here, you're gonna get that. But if you go closer to the bridge, meaning ponticello, you get that, right?
So to summarize, there are three things instrumental, no pun intended, to the Iris guitar tone: recording sources, a thin pick, and ponticello strumming. Let's try to recreate the recording sources on the Helix. The biggest revelation for me is the blending of recording sources, miking the acoustic guitar, and a clean Fender amp with scooped mids and pronounced bass. That Fender amp is the secret sauce in this process, so we'll be spending some time setting up the Helix to create a blend between the acoustic and the amp. First up, we want to create a split path, one for the direct acoustic tone and one for the Fender amp. Knowing that the Fender amps on the Helix are DSP intensive, we'll opt to have the Fender amp block on the top path and the cat block on the bottom path, just so that we can economize DSP usage. On the bottom path, we want to keep the output split so that we can process the acoustic and amp tones separately. More on that later. Secondly, let's focus on the settings of the split block. We want a split block so that we can have some gentle compression and EQ to treat the guitar tone, as well as functioning as a blend control so we can dial in more or less with that Fender amp. We do this by selecting A-B split. Slide toward the A side for more acoustic and less amp, and slide towards B for more amp and less acoustic. Now that we have the routing set up, let's focus on tweaking for tone. Following Rob Cavallo's tips, we'll choose a Fender amp model with a higher headroom, the US double norm. This style amp works for the acoustic guitar because it functions like a glorified PA with lots of volume on tap and little distortion. Pairing it with the double C12N cab and a R121 mic, we have this sound. You'll notice it's a lot of low end, but it's not flubby or muddy. Now, blended with the direct acoustic tone, we get this sound. There's one more trick to make the acoustic guitar sound like it's even bigger. The largeness of sound comes from many different factors, but one of the easiest ways to achieve this without sounding over-processed is to create a wide stereo spread. This is why we don't merge the direct and amp paths at the end of the patch. We want the amp path to be in the center, providing that body of sound, while the direct acoustic path has an enhanced stereo presence to spread over the stereo field. To achieve this, we use our old friend, the dual delay, set with one side completely off and the other at 15 milliseconds, 0% feedback, and 100% mix. Now, the resulting tone. I hope that this process has helped you save a few dollars from spending on IRs or additional off-board gear to make your acoustic guitar sound great through the Helix. Which brings us to today's bonus. If you like what you're hearing and you want this exact patch, I've included it as an update in my signature Helix pack, available on my Buy Me a Coffee page linked in the description box below. For those of you who bought it before, it's a free update, so check the photo link. Question of the day for Helix users: have you found acoustic patches, whether free or purchased, that you love? Or do you think that Helix is a lost cause for acoustic tones? I'd love to hear your stories and thoughts in the comment section below. That's it from me. Thanks for watching this video. If you've gotten value out of it, like it and share it with someone whom you know is interested in tweaking acoustic tones for the Line 6 Helix. Have you heard of tone match presets? They're the hardest thing to hit the Helix market as of July 2022. I have a video here discussing the one thing that can make or break your experience with them, so do check it out. Until next time, I'm Justin, and I'm all about worship guitar.